Hi, and welcome to another video in the Blast from the Past series, this time on perhaps the first game ever written for Financial Dynamics Nav, Navision. Hey, my name is Eric, and this is not a blast from the past. This story actually goes back to 1996, and Navision Financials, as it was called at that time, was just released, and Navision held these seminars to kind of bring all the developers up to speed on the new tool with all the new features. And in one of these I was an attendee, and the instructor Lars Strøm, you can find him on LinkedIn, awesome guy. He told at the beginning, this was about the form designer. He told how powerful this was, and that they even tried to recreate Minesweeper. So Minesweeper was like a new thing in Windows. I think it was actually in Windows 3.1 also, but it was certainly in Windows 95, and he said, well, they tried to do Minesweeper in the form designer, but it wasn't really, could not do that, but almost. And I was sitting down there and being cocky and saying, challenge accepted. So instead of following the entire class and do all the work that I was supposed to do, I basically spent the rest of the day trying to see if I could do Minesweeper in Financials. And I ended up doing this, and a lot of this little thing was then distributed to a lot of clients and were popped up in a lot of different space, almost like a viral thing. But I thought I would actually show you this little game from 1996. So let me just switch over then. That the switching is a little bit complicated. There we go. So here is Financials. I'm running this in a 2009 R2, but it's kind of the same. So it was just one form, and we start by running it, and this reveals some interesting things. The first one is that I was clever, stupid, whatever you would say, enough to carbon date this. So I actually said that this was March 6th, 1996. And I call it FinSweep because financials, fin.exe. And I was working for a company in Denmark at the time called TAB, the absolute business partner. And you can see this is the mine field, so I can click on somewhere. There was one mine next to this one, so let me click somewhere else. No mines next to this one, so I can certainly open all those up. And no mines next to this. By the way, I've played way too much mine, so nothing next to this one. So we're still good here. So there's certainly one here, but there's only one. There's nobody here. There's two here, so we can't really say that three here. And let's see if at some point I hit something. There you go. Let's hope you're better at bookkeeping. So the only thing I did for this video, to be fair, is that I did translate a couple of the messages so you guys wouldn't get all the Danish in the video. Hey, you can't see that. I'm sorry. There was a message on screen right now saying, let's hope you're better at bookkeeping. Trust me. And I got 45% in. So how is this actually possible? Let's take a look at it. So we go back to the designer, and we can see that there is a form that kind of looks like the game. And what is this? This is a bottom, and I call it T1. And the secret sauce, the way this was made possible, there were two things that made it possible. Because if I move this 1. I have to make it bigger in order to move it, but if I move it, if I'm lucky, yeah, there we go. We can see that there's actually below it, there's a text box, same size, called K1. So what I actually did was I basically exported also. So the text format was kind of a new thing. The old one had a text format, but not really for editing, more for documentation. So in this one, you could actually edit the TXT format, as we all know by now. And I was able then to place, a bottom on top of the on the text field. So what happens on a bottom is that on push, it will make the bottom invisible and make the text field visible. And then there's a check input, and this is box number 11, because controls, you cannot abstract a control like in an array or something like that. So you had to address it directly by the control ID. So this one would check input 11, and you can see there's still a lot in Danish in here. Let me move it so you can see everything. And check input and still more Danish. So this one says that if the Mindfelt, that's Danish, array has an X in it, then you hit one, the user hit a mine, and remove all the buttons so we can see the entire minefield, and then tell the user that hope you're better at bookkeeping. And if it's a blank, then calculate how many mines are around it and show that number. And you can see that this is old code, because this could probably be done with a simple format, right? But no, that's how I did it. So that's why I left it there. And if you manage to click on everything but the 8 mines that are there, then the mines are, it's really hard coded. Then you have one, and back to bookkeeping. So one thing that so it was kind of fun, and if you guys know of a game that was written inside financials before this, I really want to know, and I want to show it on the channel. If you got a game that's that you wrote in financials after this, send it to me, and I'll demo it and show it, because I think it's pretty cool that you could actually do stuff like that in an ERP package. The viral thing, I'm not going to demo it, just going to tell you that the old logo in financials, and before we got the fancy menu in version 4, we had a main menu with a like, it was like a blue square and a turquoise green circle in the middle, and lots of the customers, I'm not going to say that every customer in TAB and other places, but a lot of customers, if they happen to have a free form object that was not used for anything, they would find that they could actually click on the green circle and they will get the game. So that was kind of an Easter egg thing that lots of customers got. And this was in Denmark. I moved to the US at the summer of 96, or was 97, thereabout. And a lot of customers got the game there also, so it got around. Anyway, this was FinSweep, and I think it was one of the very, very first games ever written inside financials. So, small look at what you could do with the old product 24 years ago. If you like stuff like it, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments. If you have a game and you want me to showcase it on the channel, send it to me. I would love to showcase the non-ERP stuff that people have been able to create inside the ERP system anyway. I think that's pretty cool. But until next time, have a wonderful day.